Cleveland Indians baseball's on the air. We're at Cleveland Stadium today. Roll TSW. Ted Williams brings his Washington Senators to face the Indians. This is Ted Williams' first appearance in Cleveland in a baseball uniform since his last season with the Red Sox in 1960. These teams are off to a rough start. Cleveland 5-9. Washington is 3-15. Cleveland is actually riding a 2-game winning streak right now, having beaten the Yankees and then beating Washington last night. The Sporting News has admitted that Cleveland had the roughest schedule starting out the year, starting out against Detroit, Boston, and Baltimore. But as I said, Cleveland has a 2-game winning streak right now, and Alvin Dark is not exactly pushing the panic button yet. Cleveland fans have been a little dismayed about the poor start of the season. Tribe figure, looking back on last year's season, 5th place. They finished in 5th place, but they finished 2.5 games back. They were in the pennant race until the last 2 days of the season. And then in my APC universe, the Cleveland Browns followed up that by starting out their season 4-4. Then they won 6 games in a row and rode that right into the 3rd Super Bowl, and they won the Super Bowl. So the Cleveland fans have that to look at as well. Cleveland's 2-game winning streak, and Washington has won just 2 of their last 10. They'll be sending Dick Bosman to the mound. His 3 starts on the year. He's 1-2 with an ERA of 3.22. His first start against Cleveland. Louis Tiant will be pitching for Cleveland. He's made 4 starts. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 4.85. His first start against Washington, obviously. 60 degrees. Wind speed is 2 miles an hour out to center. And it's clear today. There's been a chilly April this year around the league. And let's get ready to play ball. Starting lineup for Washington. Leading off will be the center fielder, Del Unser. Batting second, shortstop, Ed Brinkman. Ed Brinkman was a high school teammate of Pete Rose. Batting third, the left fielder, Frank Howard. Howard was a sensation at my alma mater, Ohio State. The Indians are reportedly still trying to obtain Frank Howard, even after obtaining Ken Harrelson from Boston. Batting fourth is Mike Epstein, the first baseman. Epstein is already being regarded as Ted Williams' primary disciple in the science of hitting. Batting fifth will be Ken McMullen, third baseman. Batting sixth will be the second baseman, Bernie Allen. Jim French, the catcher, batting seventh. Batting eighth, right fielder, Hank Allen. Hank Allen is the younger brother of the Phillies' Richie, a.k.a. Dick Allen. Batting ninth, the pitcher, Dick Bosman. Doing a little foreshadowing here, looking at this lineup. I see two future Cleveland Indians. And let's set the Indians' defense. Tony Horton at first. Zoilo Versailles at second. Larry Brown at short. Max Elvis at third. Russ Snyder in left. Jose Cardinal in center. Ken Harrelson at right. Duke Sims catching. And on the mound, Louis Tiant. Tiant is 1-1. He has a 4.85 ERA. He's pitched 26 innings, given up 19 hits. Given up 4 home runs, though. He's walked 11, struck out 17. Opposing hitters are hitting .202 against him. Last season, the only pitcher in the American League who was pitching better than Louis Tiant was 29-game winner Denny McLain. Leading off for Washington is Del Unser. He's hitting .295. No home runs, 4 runs batted in. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's fastball. Unser, it's fly ball. Right field, that's going back. Harrelson back to the track, to the wall, and that is gone. Del Unser leads off the game with a home run. That's his first homer of the year. That's Unser's first major league home run. He played in almost every game last year for the Senators as a rookie. He had .210. He had no home runs and 33 runs batted in. So we've just seen Del Unser hit his first career home run. And the Senators jump out to a 1-0 lead. It's Eddie Brinkman, sitting 306. 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Brinkman has a reputation of good field, no hit. We're at .221 batting average, but he's another guy, been working with Williams. 3-2 pitch. He hits a base hit in center field. Wait a minute, there's some... Williams is out on the field arguing with the umpire at first. See what happened here. Center. Cardinal throws the cutoff blade of Larry Brown. Larry Brown saw Brinkman too far off first. He flung it to first, and Horton tagged him out. Larry Brown made a very heady play. Brinkman got a hit, but they got him out. 1 out. Here's Frank Howard. He's hitting .254, 4 home runs, 17 runs batted in. First pitch. It's fly ball down the left field line. And that is gone. It's Howard's 5th home run of the year. Second home run of the game for Washington, and they lead 2-0. Here's Mike Epstein hitting .220, 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in. They're playing him the pull. 1-1 pitch. It's in right field. Harrelson up with it. Epstein, he's not stopping. He's going for second. Harrelson throws. Epstein slides, and he's safe with a double. Washington has come out swinging in the first inning. Here's Ken McMullen. He's hitting .241, 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in. Ball 1 outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, runner on second. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. Ball 3 inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. The first inning at Baltimore. New York leads Baltimore 1-0. Baltimore started the season 18-0. New York handed them their first loss last night in an extra inning game. Baltimore scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game. But New York ended up winning the game in 11 innings. Full count on McMullen. 1 out. Epstein on second. McMullen fouls it back. Count remains full. Fouls this one back. Strike 2. It's fly ball left. That one's going. Go. Third home run of the inning by Washington. They lead 4-0. Cleveland, they got Mike Paul warming up. He has given up 5 hits in the first inning, and 3 of them have been home runs. 4-0 Washington. Here's Bernie Allen. He's hitting .235. No home runs, 7 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch. Lines at the left. Snyder's there. 2 out. Here's the catcher, Jim French. He's hitting .235. No home runs, 5 runs batted in. It's a 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Comes Alvin Dark. He's seen enough. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 5 hits, 3 home runs, walked 1. Mike Paul coming in to pitch. This is Mike Paul's second appearance on the year. He's pitched 1 1/3 innings. His ERA is 6.75. He's given up 1 home run. The only hit he's given up in the year. Walked 1, struck out 1. That was against Detroit. Hank Allen, 2 outs, runner on first. The changeup, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Checks his swing, but it was in there for a strike. Strike one. One ball, one strike. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Fastball. It's fly ball down the left field line, but that makes the seats. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. The second inning in Pittsburgh. Pirates lead the Expos 1-0. It's a 1-2 pitch. It's a changeup. It's ground ball off Paul's glove. Forsythe's come up with it, and he gets him. That's finally the end of the inning. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. 1 left. 5 hits, 3 home runs. Hunter solo home run. Howard a solo home run. McMullen a 2-run home run. And to think if Brinkman hadn't been caught off first base after his hit. What a start. Here's the starting lineup for the Cleveland Indians today. Jose Cardinal leads off. He's playing center. Batting second is the left fielder, Russ Snyder. Batting third will be the first baseman, Tony Horton. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Ken Harrelson. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Max Alvis. Batting sixth, the catcher, Duke Sims. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Larry Brown. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Zoilo Versailles. Batting ninth, the pitcher, Mike Paul. Defense, Washington has Mike Epstein at first, Bernie Allen at second. Ed Brinkman at short, Ken McMullen at third, Frank Howard at left, Del Unser in center, Hank Allen at right, Jim French catching, and Dick Bosman pitching. Bosman so far has a 1-2 record. He has a 3.22 ERA. He's pitched 22 1/3 innings. He's given up 19 hits, 1 home run. He's walked 5. He struck out 19. Opposing hitters are hitting .224 against him. Here's Jose Cardinal. He's hitting .196, 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. 1-1 pitch. It's a grounder to short. Brinkman to his left. Has him to first, 1 out. Snyder's, he's hitting .256, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. 1-0 pitch. Lines a single into the right field. Base hit, Hank Allen up with it. Snyder's on first. It's Tony Horton, first base. He's hitting .278, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Pitch, changeup, swing and a miss, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, inside, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strikes. It's curve, strike 2 called. Fastball, he hits a base hit in the left field. Howard's up with it. Snyder breaks for third, but he's caught off second in a run down. And they catch Snyder. And he's out for the second out of the inning. Horton on first. So each team has made a base running gaff in the first inning. It's Ken Harrelson, the Hawk. Since coming over from Boston, he's hitting .300. He's 1 home run and 2 runs batted in. The Hawk initially balked at the idea of coming from Cleveland. He has too many business interests in Boston. But he had a chat with the commissioner, and he headed to Cleveland. This is fourth game playing for the Indians. Now he's sounds like he's happy to be playing in Cleveland. Maybe the change from Dick Williams as a manager to Alan Dark lightened his spirits a little bit. And then he was part of the whole circus in Kansas City with the A's. So probably happy to move to a couple of more stable organizations. Here's a 2-0 pitch. It's fly ball, left field, going back. Howard back to the wall. That's gone. That's Harrelson's second home run of the year. Fourth home run of the game. And Cleveland cuts Washington's lead in half, 4-2. He hit that one 365 feet into the left field stands. That part of the stadium was general admission, and general admission was usually where my dad, my brother, my grandfather sat when we would go, and sometimes my cousin. Yeah, we saw a lot of games from the left field stands. At this time of the year in April, my dad would have us follow the sun because it would usually be decent weather. If you were, even in April, if you were sitting in the sun, and it could get pretty cold on the lakefront if you were sitting in the shade. Here's Max Elvis. He seems like he may have been, I don't think he's demoted. I think he's just been having injury trouble that goes back to last year. He hasn't been a full-time player this year. But he's hitting .318. He has 1 home run and 4 runs batted in. Here's a 2-1 pitch. It's a grounder to second. Brinkman with the dive. It's on his feet. He has plenty of time. Makes a great play to end the inning. Brinkman, he is a good defensive player. But the Indians, they answer back. They scored 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. No one left. After 1 inning, it's Washington 4, Cleveland 2. For Washington, it'll be Bosman, Unser, and Brinkman. Bosman is 1 for 7 on the season. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 1 for Mike Paul. Del Unser, he's 1 for 1. He led off the game with a home run. No balls, 2 strikes. He hits a grounder to second. Versailles up with it to first for the out. 2 outs. Danny Brinkman, he singled in the first. But he Gave some thought to going to second, straight too far off first base, and a quick throw by Larry Brown got him at first. So he's 1 for 1, but he made it out on the bases. 1-1 pitch. Hits a ground ball to second. Versailles up with it to first. 3 outs. Nothing across for Washington in the second. Score remains Washington 4, Cleveland 2. In the bottom of the second, for Cleveland will be Duke Sims, Larry Brown, Zoilo Versailles. Duke Sims sitting 240, 2 home runs, 2 runs batted in. He has taken over the regular catching duties since the trade of the immortal Joe Askew to Boston. Sims has spent most of his career with Cleveland as a platoon catcher. Made it up to stay in 1966. It's a 1-1 pitch. He lines one in his right. Base hit. Allen throws it back in, and Cleveland has their leadoff man on. Shortstop Larry Brown, he's hitting 200. 1 home run, 1 run batted in. Brown was injured in the first week of the season, and he missed nearly 2 weeks. Brown is one of those guys who, in my opinion, is better than his numbers show. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's on the ground to third. McMullen up with it. To second for 1. Back to first. Double play. 5-4-3 double play by Washington. Zoilo Versailles hitting 181, no home runs, 4 runs batted in. Indians have traded him from San Diego. Versailles played with the old Washington Senators. Moved with them to Minnesota. Spent a year last season in L.A. Got drafted by the Padres in the expansion draft and traded to Cleveland. The 0-1 pitch. He bloops one into right field. Base hit. Allen up. Sounds like he broke his bat. Here's Mike Paul. He's making his first at-bat of the season. Ball 1 inside. Ball 2, too high. It's a 2-0 pitch. Strike 1. 2-1 pitch. Curveball. Ball grounds it to first. Epstein up with it. Takes it to first. 3 out. No runs, 1 hit. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, one left. Played 2, Washington 4, Cleveland 2. For Washington in the second, or in the third rather, Frank Howard, Mike Epstein, and Ken McMullen. Howard's from Ohio. Was a star at Ohio State. Played for the Dodgers, where some years he had a tough time breaking into the lineup. Came over to Washington. He's been an excellent player. He was the MVP last year for the American League. He had 51 home runs. Sitting at 249 career home runs right now. He homered in the first. 1-2 pitch, fouls it back. Hits it in the left field, base hit. Howard's 2 for 2 today. Like Epstein, he's 1 for 1. He doubled in first. Checks a swing, they appeal to third. Says ball 1. There's a changeup. It's down the first base line, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball, strike 2 called. Ball's bringing a little bit of heat. Just a 1-2 pitch, curveball. Hits it first to Horton. Horton fields it. Steps on first for the out. He throws a second. Not in time, though, to get Howard. If that ball had been hit a little bit harder, they probably would have had a double play on it. It's Ken McMullen, 1 for 1. He hit a 2-run homer in the first. First pitch. So down the left field line. Snyder's back, gone. It's his second home run of the game. 6th home run of the year and his second of the game. He got it on the hitter's side of the foul pole. And the Senators increased their lead to 6-2. It's Bernie Allen, he's 0 for 1. 1-2 pitch, pops it up. Elvis, under it. That retires Allen. 2 out. It's Jim French. It's 0 for 1. No. He walked in the first. Hitting .235, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch, he hits a little fly ball to right field. Harrelson's there, and he has it. 3 outs. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Go to the bottom of the third. Washington 6, Cleveland 2. For Cleveland, it'll be Cardinal, Snyder, and Horton. Cardinal is 0 for 1 today. The 1-0 pitch, it's a ground ball to short. Brinkman up with it. First, 1 out. So Snyder, he singled in the first. He's 1 for 1. The fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. There's Tony Horton. He's 1 for 1 today. He singled in the first. Single in the first. And then Russ Snyder got caught off second, trying for third. Looked like he was going to try for third, try to get back to second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Or it's a soft liner to center. Base hit. Bouncer up with it. Here's Ken Harrelson. It's 1 for 1. He hit a 2-run homer down the left field line in the first. The changeup. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball. 1 strike. It's a pop up down the third base side. Makes the seats. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. It's a liner into left center. That makes the wall. Horton scores. Harrelson goes for 3. Harrelson is a stand-up triple. Once again, they cut the Senators' lead in half. It's 6-3. 2 outs. Runner on third, and Max Elvis. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to short in the first. It's a fastball. Ball 1. That was Harrelson's first triple of the season. It's a changeup. Hits the grounder to first. Epstein up with it. Goes to first by himself. 3 outs. 1 run. 2 hits. No errors. 1 left for Cleveland. Played 3. Washington leads 6-3. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Baltimore in the top of the 5th. New York leads 1-0. That is Mike Cuellar against Mel Stottlemyre. In Pittsburgh, in the bottom of the 4th, Pittsburgh leads Montreal 3-2. That is Walker against Robertson. And Don Clendenin of Montreal has hit his 2nd home run of the year. At Shea Stadium in New York, top of the 5th, the Cubs lead the Mets 3-0. That is Jerry Koosman against Dick Selma. In Detroit, bottom of the 4th, the Tigers lead the Red Sox 1-0. That is Earl Wilson facing his old team against Jim Lomborg. And at Comiskey Park in Chicago, bottom of the 1st, the Twins lead the White Sox 1-0. That is Tommy John against Jim Kaat. For Washington, Hank Allen leads off. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's a slow roller to short. Larry Brown up with it to first. 1 out. Allen looks like he's limping, holding his leg. Williams is out there. The trainer, they are walking him back to the dugout. He might be done for the day. Dick Bosman, 0 for 1 today. He is 1 for 8 on the season. It's the 3-1 pitch, fastball, ball 4. Check the swing. He got the call. They're barking at him from the Indians' dugout. Here's Del Unser. He's 1 for 2. Led off the game with a home run. It's fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. The changeup. That's in the dirt. Going all the way back to the screen. Bosman makes it to second. And that has been ruled a wild pitch. Unser fouls it back. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hits a grounder to second. Versailles up with it. To first. 2 outs. Bosman takes third. Eddie Brinkman, he's 1 for 2. He singled in the first. But then he got caught off first when he had made a move to stretch his hit to a double. Made a great play in the field already today also. It's high and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That looked like that would have been ball 3. Hits the corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third. Ball 3, low and inside. Hits a grounder up the middle. Brown, there, throws. No, it's too high. Couldn't get it. Bosman scores. Brinkman ends up on second. That's Larry Brown's second error of the year. Frank Howard, he's 2 for 2 today. Homered in the first, singled in the third. It's a changeup. Strike 1. Ball 1 outside. It's a fly ball down the left field line. Snyder's after it, but it makes the seats. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second. Washington leads 7-3. It's a 2-2 pitch. Fastball down the left field line. Count remains 2-2. Bloops one to center. Base hit. Brinkman's going for plate. They're going to throw it to the cutoff, but it sounds like Howard broke his bat on that. That's his 3rd hit of the day. 2nd RBI. That increases the Senators' lead 8-3. It's Mike Epstein. He doubled in the first. That's an unearned run for Washington. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Grounds at the first. Porton steps on the bag, and that's in the inning. They get 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error. 1 left. One of those runs was unearned. Go to the middle of the 4th. Washington 8, Cleveland 3. Cleveland in the 4th, it'll be Sims, Brown, and Versailles. Sims is 1 for 1. He singled in the 2nd. Strike 3. He swung at a bad pitch there. That's Bosman's 2nd strikeout. He tipped it, but French held on. Larry Brown. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play. Grounder to short. Brinkman up with it. To first. 2 outs. Zoilo Versailles. He's 1 for 1 today. He singled in 2nd. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounder is short. Brinkman to his left. Has it. The first 3 outs. Nothing across for Cleveland in the 4th. Played 4. Washington leads 8-3. Washington has 8 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They've left 2 on. Cleveland has 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They've left 2. For Washington in the 5th, it'll be Ken McMullen, Hank Allen, and Jim French. The report up to the booth about Hank Allen is that he is day to day, and he had been replaced by Ed Stroud in right field. Leading off is Ken McMullen. He's 2 for 2. He has a pair of 2-run home runs today. Pitch, fastball, ball form. It's taken all the way there. Bernie Allen, he's 0 for 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball below the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's a high fly ball in the short right field. Harrelson's there. He has it. 1 out. Jim French, the catcher, he's 0 for 1 today. It's the outside corner. Strike 1. French fouls it back. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3, check the swing. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. McMullen on first. Strike 3, swing and a miss. Ball, second strikeout of the game. 2 outs. Here's Ed Stroud. This is his first at bat of the game. He replaced the injured Hank Allen. Sitting 222, no home runs, 3 runs batted in. Strike 1, the inside corner. It's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, just slow. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Strike 3. Swung and missed. It's Paul's 3rd strikeout of the game. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. Played 4.5. Washington leads Cleveland 8-3. Cleveland's going to send up one of their rookie phenoms, Jack Heidemann, to pinch hit. This is Heidemann's first appearance in a major league game. Heidemann was called up after Davey Nelson was called away for military duty. Fastball. It's a grounder to third. McMullen up with it. Heidemann down the line. Throws the first. He's out. Heidemann almost legged that one out. Mike Epstein, in a nice gesture, tosses the ball to the Indians' first base coach. Give that ball to Jack Heidemann. It was the first pitch he ever saw as major leaguer and nearly legged himself out an infield single. Managers Ted Williams and Alvin Dark both approve of that gesture. Here's Jose Cardinal. He's over 2 on the game. It's a 3-1 pitch. It's a grounder to third. McMullen up with it. First, 2 out. Snyder. He's hitting 268. He's 1 for 2 today. Snyder came over to Cleveland from the White Sox last year. And he helped drive the Indians toward the pennant in the pennant race. He was a good pickup for the Indians last season. And he's become a popular figure in the city of Cleveland. It's a hard grounder to first. Epstein up with it. Takes the first himself. 3 outs. Nothing across for Cleveland. Bottom of the 5th. We played 5. Washington leads 8-3. Gary Kroll coming into pitch. This is his first appearance as a member of the Indians. He's pitched for the Mets, or the Phillies, the Mets, and the Astros. But this is his first major league appearance since 1966. Kroll came over from San Diego, actually, in the same trade that brought Versailles to Cleveland. For Washington, it'll be Bosman, Unser, and Brinkman. Bosman is 0 for 1. It's the 0-2 pitch. Bosman hits a hard liner in the right field. Harrelson's up with it. He's going for 2. Harrelson throws. Bosman slides. He's safe with a double. It's his first double of the year. It's Del Unser. He's 1 for 3. He led off the game with a home run. Looks at strike 1. It's a fastball. Little low. Ball 1. Last season, that would have been a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball. 2 strikes. No one out. Strike 3. Swing and a miss. Eddie Brinkman, he's 1 for 3 today. He singled in the first. It's a curveball. Checks his swing. Ball 1. Check the swing again, but that one's called strike. Strike ball. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a fastball, low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That's low, ball 3. Ball 4. It's a little high on that one. Frank Howard, he's 2 for 3 today. Single in the first, grounded, singled in the third, singled in the fourth. He's hitting .471 with runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss, man. He looked like he was aiming to hit that one into Lake Erie. No balls, 1 strike. Ball 1, 1-1. Checks his swing, but called strike 2. Ball inside and high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Ball 4. Kroll's second walk. That's the 5th walk given up by the Indians pitchers today. Mike Epstein, he's 1 for 3. Hit a double in the first. Bases loaded. Outside, 1 ball. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Hit the corner. Strike 1. 1-1. Outside again, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hits a liner to right. Harrelson's there. Has it. Brinkman's heading home. And Harrelson will just throw it into the cutoff, man. Bosman scores. Washington increases their lead 9-3. And here's Ken McMullen. McMullen's 2 for 2. He had a pair of 2-run homers and a walk. It's a fastball. Ball 1. It's fly ball down the right field line. Harrelson's after it, but it makes the seats. Foul ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. On the inside corner, strike 2. Fastball low, and he brought that one just low. That probably would have been a strike last season. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Oh, he hit McMullen. That looked like a purpose pitch there. Bases loaded for Bernie Allen. He's 0 for 3. Sims out to talk to Kroll. Ball 1. Fastball low. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Here's a curveball. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball in the dirt. All the way to the backstop. Brinkman scores. Howard moves to first. McMullen is second. Second run of the inning. Washington increases their lead to 10-3. Bernielli's ball four. Third walk of the inning by Kroll. They've got Jack Hamilton and Steve Hargan warming up. Jim French, he's 0 for 2. Cleveland pitching has given up 6 walks today. Ted Williams, he's got the, already get a good pitch to hit. You don't get a good pitch, take the walk. Strike 2 called. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases loaded. The 0-2 pitch. Ball 1, that was high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pops it back. Sims goes after it, but it makes the seats. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Outside, ball 2. Outside, ball 3. It's fly ball to right. Harrelson up with it. He's got it. 3 outs. Washington gets 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. We have played 5.5. Yeah, Washington leads 10-3. For Cleveland, it'll be Horton, Harrelson, and Elvis. Tony Horton, he's 2 for 2 today. 3-1 pitch. It's a grounder to short. Brinkman up with it. The first, 1 out. Ken Harrelson, he's 2 for 2 today. He has a home run and a triple. He's driven in all 3 of Cleveland's runs. It's a 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Bosman gets a strikeout. That's his 3rd strikeout of the day. Here's Max Elvis. He's 0 for 2. It's a little grounder to the pitcher. Bosman's up with it. The first, 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across. Played 6. The Senators lead the Indians 10-3. Washington has 10 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They've left 6 on base. Cleveland has 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 2 left on. Cleveland has a new pitcher, Steve Hargan. This is his 4th appearance of the year. Hargan has no 1-loss record. He has pitched 5 innings. Given up 9 hits, walked 6, struck out 2. He has an ERA of 10.80. He came up late in the 65 season. Indians fans remember that season that Cleveland finished in 2nd place, 1 game out. They lost a pennant to the Twins. In his second year, his first full year, Hargan was 15-6, 2.51 ERA. He had a terrible year in 67. Bad year just for Cleveland all around. Went 9-21. He was 7-11. 68. But in 67, he was 9-21. Opponents only hit 227 off him. He had a 2.72 ERA and a 1.1 whip. But he had arm surgery during the off season. He had a very difficult year last year. 7-11, he had one save. He had an ERA of 4.59. Opponents hit 245 off him. He had a 1.517 whip, and he had more walks than strikeouts. 1966, he walked only 45. He struck out 132. His walk total more than doubled in 67. So that's when you think his arm was starting to bother him. For Washington in the seventh, it'll be Stroud, Bosman, and Unser. Stroud is 0 for 1. He came in today to replace the injured Hank Allen. Pops it to short. Brown is there. 1 out. Here's Dick Bosman. He's 1 for 2 today. He had a double. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. Swing and a miss. He chased a bad pitch. Del Unser, he's 1 for 4. He led off the game with a home run. Pitch. All 4. It's like Hargan's control problems continue. This year, the opposing hitters are so far hitting 346. He's only pitched 5 2/3 innings. And he has a whip of 2.824. He's got to get that down. I'm sure it'll level out eventually, but that is just unbelievably high. Here's Brinkman. He's 1 for 3. He singled in the first. Ball 1, high and outside. Ball 2, high and away. Low, ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Ball 4. After getting 2 quick outs, Washington gets 2 runners on then Frank Howard coming up. He has 3 hits today. He has a home run and 2 singles. It's 3 for 3. It's a fastball. He checked his swing, but it was strike 1. Yeah, his fastball is not as fast as it was a couple of years ago. Swing and a miss, strike 2. There's a curveball. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3, full count. Howard's another guy that Ted Williams has been working on to become a more patient hitter. Full count. Strike 3 called. He got crossed up there. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left. The middle of the seventh, Boston 10, Cleveland 3. Yeah, Hargan threw 22 pitches and 13 were balls. Let's take a look around the league. Bottom of the ninth in Baltimore. New York leads 1-0. Stottlemyre's pitching against Eddie Watt. They had about an hour rain delay there. And Mark Belanger's 19-game hitting streak is on the line. In Pittsburgh, bottom of the eighth, Pittsburgh leads the Expos 5-2. Right now it's Ron Klein and pitching against Don Shaw. Willie Stargell hit his second home run. At Shea Stadium, the final score, Cubs beat the Mets 4-0. Dick Selma got his first win. And at Comiskey Park in the bottom of the fifth, Twins lead the White Sox 4-2. That is Jim Cott pitching against Tommy John. For Cleveland, the bottom of the seventh, Duke Sims, Larry Brown, and Zoilo Versalles. Sims 1 for 2, hits fly ball to right. Stroud is under it. 1 out. Larry Brown 0 for 2. Hits grounder to third. McMullen up with it. Backstander right behind the base. Quick throw to first. 2 outs. Here's Zoilo Versalles. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the second. Just full count. Ball 4. Batting for Cleveland, be their pinch hitting specialist, Lee May. May's hitting .455 this year. No home runs, 2 runs batted in. He's 5 for 11. And as a pinch hitter, he's 2 for 3. 3 with 3 walks, and he has 1 run batted in. That's as a pinch hitter. Side on first, 2 outs. Cleveland has Jack Hamilton warming up in the bullpen. It's a grounder to short. Brinkman up with it to first. That'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. At the end of 7, it is Washington 10, Cleveland 3. Hamilton. Hamilton is over from the Angels. He's pitched also with Philadelphia, Detroit, and the Mets. This is his 5th appearance on the year. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings, given up 4 hits, walked 3, struck out 3. He has 1 win, no losses. ERA is 6.23. Opposing hitters are hitting .235 against him. He'll be facing Epstein, McMullen, and Allen. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball. It's grounder to first. Horton dives. This is it to Hamilton. 1 out. A nice play by Tony Horton. Ken McMullen, he's 2 for 2. pair of two-run homers. He hits a little roller to Horton. Hamilton is over. That is the second 3-1 out in the inning. Here's Bernie Allen. He's 0 for 3. 1-1 pitch. He hits the ground to the pitcher. To first. 3 outs. They rotated at that one and went 1 to 3. 3 up, 3 down for Washington in the 8th. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Washington 10, Cleveland 3. For Cleveland, the bottom of the 8th will be Jose Cardinal, Russ Snyder, and Tony Horton. Cardinal's 0 for 3. It's a liner into left field, base hit. Cardinal is usually a threat to steal, but beaten down by 7 runs. I don't know how that'll go. Snyder, he's 1 for 3. He singled in the first. Strike 1, swing and a miss. Rounder to third. Well, this could be a double play. To second, to first, double play. 5-4-3 double play. Here's Tony Horton. Came over from Boston 2 years ago. And he has been an excellent acquisition for Cleveland, just like Larry Brown has. He's 2 for 3 today. Slow roller first. Epstein dove for that. Got back to his feet and beat Horton to first. What a play by Epstein. Kid. All he did at Baltimore made the news all the time that he was unhappy that he didn't get a chance to play. He was unhappy that he got sent down. They called him a whiner. Said he was, talking too much for being such a young guy. Came over to Washington and he's been a nice power hitter for them. I wouldn't say he's a star, but he's solid. Go to the 9th. Washington 10, Cleveland 3. For Washington in the 9th, it'll be French, Stroud, and Bosman. French is 0 for 3. The 0-1 pitch. It's a liner in the right center. Cardinal up with it. French is on first with a single. It's Stroud. He's 0 for 2. Strike 1, swing and a miss. Ball. That was low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2 called. Strike 3. That was Stroud went for a pitch way out of the zone. He's 1 for 3. Or in the center. That's a base hit. Cardinals up with it. French rounds, takes third. Bosman's second hit of the game. Runners on first and third. 1 out. Del Unser's up. Unser led off the game with a home run. It's a curveball. It's fly ball to left. Snyder's there. Has it. French tags up, scores, and increases Washington's lead to 11-3. Eddie Brinkman, he's 1 for 3 today. It was Washington's 11th hit of the game. Ball 2. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. It's a ball. Ball 3. Full count. 2 outs. Runner on first. Fouls it back. Once again, full count. 2 outs. Bosman on first. He'll be going with the pitch. Ball 4. Another walk. Frank Howard, he's 3 for 4. Singles. The inside corner, strike 1. It's a little roller to third. Elvis up with it. Throw to first. Bang, bang play. They just got Howard. That was such a slow roller that Elvis had a bare hand and he was playing back because it was Frank Howard. But they get him. They get 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Go to the bottom of the 9th. Washington leads 11-3. Bottom of the 9th for Cleveland will be Harrelson, Elvis, and Sims. Bosman is looking for a complete game. That would be his first complete game of the season. He's done it twice in his career. Harrelson 2 for 3. There's a home run and a triple. He leads off the 9th with a walk. It's Max Elvis over 3. French is out to talk to Bosman. It's a cutter. It's one of Bosman to second. To first double play. And the Indians are down to their last out. Duke Sims, 1 for 3. He singled in the second. It's a liner down the first base line. Foul ball. Duke's been performing all right since becoming the Cleveland's regular catcher. Strike 3 call. And the game is over. Cleveland's 2-game winning streak is over, and Washington's 8-game losing streak is over. Washington had 11 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Cleveland had 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Dick Bosman gets the win. He's 2-2. Louis Tiant takes the loss. He's 1-2. Washington left 10 men on base. Cleveland left 3. Ken McMullen, 2 for 3, 2 home runs. Frank Howard, 3 for 5, home run. Dick Bosman, 2 for 4, he had a double. Cleveland side of the ledger, Tony Horton was 2 for 4. Ken Harrelson, 2 for 3 with a home run and a triple. He drove in all 3 of Cleveland's runs. Cleveland, their control pitching is terrible. They threw 203 pitches today, and 84 of them were balls. Gary Kroll and Steve Hargan each threw more balls than strikes. Jake Hamilton and Mike Paul looked pretty good today. Yeah, just didn't have it. He didn't even finish out the first inning. Give up 3 home runs. Cleveland just has to tighten up their pitching. Yeah, last year they probably had the best pitching in the majors. And this year they're just not bringing it. Cleveland now has a 5-10 record. Washington is 4-15. Cleveland is 10.5 games out. Washington is 13.5 out. It's not even May yet. They're already in double digits, game behind. Time of the game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Once again, final score, Washington 11, Cleveland 3. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. There is